Now, I make a few $1,000s each month from passive income alone using a mixture of these methods. So in this video, I want to share a few of these methods with you guys. Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas from Aussie Money Man. Now, if you've seen a few of my previous videos, you'll note I've done a video covering the 8 main ways I make money online, 5 ways to make extra money in general, just fundamental rules of making money, both online and offline, but never actually gone into videos or any content, even a blog on my website, going into ideas on passive income. So as I did mention, I make a few thousand each month from passive income using a range of these methods. So what I've done today is I've collated pretty much all the main ways you can make passive income, ignoring the ones that are sort of subsets of these, and I'll explain that as we get into them for you guys, because the number one step of making passive income is having the idea so you can then do the hard work, which is actually putting it into place. In fact, before I jump into it, I'd recommend you check out the video where I detail how I achieved a net worth of over $100,000 before even turning 20. In fact, it was well before I turned 19 and a half, because that contains a lot of these fundamental money tips, and also checking out the video where I break down my passive income each month and what those sources actually are. But first, of course, stick through this video so you have some ideas for yourself. Another video that may be of interest is a video called 6 Ways to Get Free Money, which contains 6 legitimate ways you can get free money, such as from credit cards, a video that will be coming out within the next few weeks, detailing that. Alright, so let's start with the most simple one, investments. Now, this is a good example of what I spoke about in the intro when I mentioned we're not going to go into the subsets of all these, so I'm not going to list peer-to-peer lending as one and stocks as the second. This is just investments. So investing in stocks, whether it be ETFs, exchange-traded funds, an index that tracks the market, an individual stock, a peer-to-peer lending platform, a bond, real estate. And investments are a great way to make passive income, simply because you have the money invested. You invest $100,000, you make 9.8%, you've made yourself $9,800 that year passively. Number 2, simply putting your money in the banks. Now, while you could have made 10, 11, 12% at certain points, currently interest rates are very low. In fact, the RBA here in Australia just recently dropped the standard interest rate even more. So this may not be ideal, but still works. You'll still be beating inflation, and you'll still be making, due to the fact you're beating inflation, some level of passive income. So that's an important one as well. The next one is eBooks. You guys might know I have an ebook. You write an ebook, you put content in it, you put value in it, people will buy. You can also sell it for free. A good example is this. You guys can download my ebook here on Market Research, completely free. This ebook, legitimately you can download it. This isn't me giving an example, it's a real ebook that I've written myself. It explains how to make money from market research. Not this week, but the week before, I made over $250 in market research by using about 2 hours and maybe 15 minutes of my time, including setups for Skype, interviews and things like that. So this is a legitimate thing that works. You can download the ebook there. So as you guys can see, what I just did then is it's a legitimate thing. It does make money. In fact, you can sell it for free due to a reason that I'll explain in this next idea. So guys, what I've actually just done then is affiliate marketing, not to be confused with network marketing. Network marketing is generally what is used in things like pyramid schemes, and I highly recommend avoiding things like Airbon and Arbon or whatever you call it, all those sorts of things. Avoid those. This is very different. So for example, with the ebook, while generally you should charge for them and that works, you can also fill them with affiliate links or do both. And the way that it works is you're providing good, valuable content to people while also making money off it. And giving that content for free. So it's a bit of a win-win situation. You're also helping out the company, of course, assuming you're only partnering with ethical companies. You wouldn't want to help them otherwise. So that is a brilliant way to make money. Now, I highly recommend checking out the video on affiliate marketing where I break this down more, because affiliate marketing goes much, much further than just putting links in an ebook. It can be used in many, many ways. I can use in sponsorships and all sorts of different ways. In fact, many people out there make hundreds of thousands, and companies out there make millions, tens of millions of dollars a year using affiliate marketing. In fact, some of the most popular companies and comparison websites you may use make all of their revenue, or just about all of their revenue, from affiliate marketing. So it's a real business model that does make big money. Now guys, just before we jump onto the next one, please do hit like on this video. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow so more people see this video so I can make more of this content. So if we can hit 500 likes on this video, that would be fantastic. And of course, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're one of the first to see the new videos. Now also I have linked down below under each point, if there's any relevant links, I'll link them there, such as sites that you can do these things. For the affiliate marketing one, for example, I'll link some affiliate networks. If you don't know what affiliate networks are, you can simply check out that video on affiliate marketing I mentioned earlier. Number 5, rent out your stuff. So this one won't make you huge money unless if you turn it into a business, but it will make you some good passive income, and it's something I've been doing for some time. For example, I have this expensive microphone and some other expensive gear. If you have a jet ski, if you have a car that you're not using, you can rent this stuff out, and it doesn't have to be something as big as a car. Like I said, you can rent out an expensive microphone, and people use it temporarily, and they will pay you good money. This microphone actually only cost me a few $100s, but I've rented it out for $80 for someone to use for about a week before, so it's a real thing that works. And in the description again, I'll link some apps that I personally use to do this, and I'll do this with all the points as well. Number 6, e-commerce. So this one definitely has a lot of subsets into it. There's all sorts of different types of e-commerce, but it deserves its own thing because it's really big at the moment, and there's a lot of potential to use it. So this is why it has its own category. And the reason e-commerce is so great is because once you set it up, it really is passive. You have this online store, you have a VA or a virtual assistant organizing any problems and talking with the customers, and it just keeps making money. If you want to know more about e-commerce, or you're already partly involved or sort of interested, there's a free Facebook group down below where other Aussies or anyone else interested in e-commerce, we talk and work together with that, so you can check that out. That's free. And there's also the main Facebook group, which I recommend everyone join, because we talk about everything that we talk about on this channel, from affiliate marketing to making money from Facebook to saving money and all that sort of stuff. So any Aussies who want to join that, feel free. I'll probably welcome other people, but my demographic does seem to be about 81% Australian, so please do join that. Number 7, guys, is making money from Facebook. So my last video actually details this, so I recommend checking that out. But this is a real legitimate way that not that many people know about yet. Most people do not think of as Facebook as a way to make passive income, but there are plenty of opportunities. In fact, it's actually quite unsaturated, especially relative to other things such as e-commerce that have sort of had their time. Still, you can still make a lot of money from it, absolutely, but you're less likely. Facebook is really the new thing. YouTube still can get big on it. I only started recently, and I'm not big, but you can still grow, is my point. Of course, I'm in quite a niche. Anywho, the point is Facebook is definitely the new platform for video. There's a lot of opportunity. Definitely check out that video. Great way to make passive income. Now, speaking of things that are sort of outdated or indated or where they sit on the scale, there's still blogging. You can still make a lot of money from blogging. And while it's definitely more on the hard side due to the fact you have to have more money to put into SEO or search engine optimization, meaning getting your website to the top. So when people look up relevant blogs, your channel shows up, your website shows up. Bit more difficult, but can be done. And if you do it right, again, people make tens, hundreds, millions, tens of millions of dollars a year from doing this sort of thing. Number 9 is how I make part of my revenue, similar to how I make some money from affiliate marketing, and that is YouTube. YouTube is brilliant because it does encompass things like affiliate marketing, but there's of course just the simple fact that YouTube ads make great money. An example would be, I actually have a video that makes over $100 CPM, meaning that's over $100 per every 1,000 views. Just to give you an idea, the average on YouTube is about $3. So there's a lot of potential, and even $3 is brilliant if you're getting a few million views per video, and plenty are. But for someone like me whose top video only has about 15,000 views, thanks very much for that, by the way, guys, that is still significant, even if it's $20, let alone 100. So YouTube is a very legitimate way to make good money, good passive income, or good passive money for that matter. Number 10, something I got the idea from AWC Brandon, another Aussie YouTube channel, and that is using sites such as Redbubble and other similar sites. Again, they will be linked in the description under the relevant point. So this one would be the relevant number and the name, and that is, creating stock images, basically, not photos, that's separate, we'll get to that, but stock images. So creating designs on things like Photoshop, and people put them on like shirts and mugs, and that can make some passive income. Not huge, but if you're someone younger or someone who's really into graphical arts, or someone who's willing to put in the time, it can be huge. But I'd say generally it's more difficult. It's on the more difficult side of things. With that being said, guys, stock photos. Now this can make big money. Things like Star Now, something that I use, where you find like acting jobs and things like that. It also does things like stock photos. And if you find the right opportunity, not just going on sites that pay you like $1 cent per stock photo that gets used, but some people will pay a lot of money to just take the photos and have them out there and then pay your commission on each one. This is a great way to make passive income, but I will put a disclaimer that you should definitely be careful, because if you look it up, some people have had some bad experiences with their stock photos being used on imagery that they wouldn't want it to, because they've signed something that says it can be used for anything. So if you do it, do be careful to make sure that it's not going to end up on an ad that you would not want your face to be associated with. Getting towards the end of the list, number 12 is creating some sort of course. I've not done this on this YouTube channel yet, but I've done it on other things before, and it absolutely works. Whether you create your own platform, just leave it on YouTube, leave it on Facebook, do it on Udemy, Skillshare. All these things will be linked down below so you can check them out if you want to create a course. But they work. I know people in my friend group, at previous jobs, at my current work, at all sorts of places, and this works. People make, some people I know make hundreds, some make thousands, some make tens of thousands, and there are other YouTubers, I don't know them personally, that absolutely make millions. So this is something that is potential. You can make a course on anything from e-commerce to affiliate marketing to finance to coding to music. I mean, there's a lot of demand for learning music in the languages online, for example. Definitely real potential there. Second last, if you haven't found one of these that you're interested in yet, is vending machines. So gave this one its own thing. I know there's a lot of businesses that are passive. I mean, that is generally the definition of a business in itself, but this is something a lot of younger people do and can do, and that's why I've included it. Or it's got a lower barrier to entry, and a lot of people do this, particularly in America. I don't know how well it would work here in Australia. I've noticed a lot of Americans doing it, but I've included it because I do see potential, and that is simply just setting up vending machines of some sort, setting up lolly machines or something like that, where it's just going to keep making you money. You go collect the money every so often. So that's an interesting one. And last but not least is something that the video will be coming out on soon. I know you guys have been waiting for it for ages, and that is cashback apps / credit cards. Using a credit card correctly can make you a lot of passive income. Obviously, you're not going to get rich of it, but can make you some significant money for doing legitimately nothing. Remember, passive income is no or minimal effort, so credit cards definitely fit into the no extra work part besides ordering it, but beyond that, literally nothing. YouTube has to be kept, for example, so that's why it more sits into the minimal side of things, but credit cards work in a similar way. Cashback apps or cashback schemes, so when you go to Woolworths here in Australia, you've got the rewards card, things like that. Utilize them. They are, in a sense, passive income, particularly with credit cards, something I will detail soon. Please do join those Facebook groups down below so we can talk about these things. I've made a new one recently, so it's still small at the moment, but I'm sure by the time a lot of you guys do watch this, maybe a few months down the track, it will be quite big. We can talk about things there, we can learn, we can ask questions about passive income and help each other. So definitely do check out that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've got some great content coming out soon, some brilliant ideas, great things to share with you guys, so we can grow and learn together in that sense. Thanks very much.